Speak version equals 1.0 XMLNS equals http://www.w3.org/2001/10/synthesis. XMLNS. MSDTS equals https://www.w3.org/2001/MSDTS Lang equals NUS. Voice name equals NUS Neural. MSDTS. Express as style equals SAD. Style degree equals 1.8. Prosody rate equals -18%. Pitch equals -10%. I am 83 years old. I have to confess something that still brings me pain to this day. I spent 20 years of my life believing in the wrong things. I was completely wrong about what life was all about. Growing up in rural Arkansas in the 1940s and 50s, I thought happiness came from following the crowd, from being like everyone else. I thought success came from having the most stuff, having the biggest house, and the fanciest car. My dad was a farmer, and he worked hard every single day of his life. He'd wake up before the sun was up, and he'd come home after the sun went down. He never complained, never said a word of discontent. I thought that was what it meant to be a real man, and I made sure to follow in his footsteps. I got a job at the local factory, worked 10 hours a day, and took home a paycheck every week. I got married, had kids, and we moved to a bigger house, just like all the other guys on the block. But the more I had, the emptier I felt. The more I climbed the social ladder, the more I felt like I was losing myself. I was trapped in a never-ending cycle of consumerism, of keeping up appearances. And nobody told me this. Nobody said, "Hey, kid, you're on the wrong path." They just said, "Keep pushing, keep working hard, and you'll be fine." But I wasn't fine. I was miserable. I was stuck in a life that wasn't mine, and I had no idea how to get out. I felt like a robot, going through the motions, day after day. I had forgotten what it was like to breathe, to feel the wind on my face, to laugh with reckless abandon. It wasn't until my 45th birthday that I hit rock bottom. My wife had left me, my kids were grown and moved out, and I was left with a mortgage and a mortgage payment. I was alone, staring at an empty house, feeling like a total failure. That's when I realized that I had been living a lie. All those years of chasing the American dream, and it had left me feeling hollow and unfulfilled. I was completely wrong about what life was all about. It wasn't about being successful, or making money, or achieving status. It was about living, really living. It was about experiencing life in all its beauty and ugliness. And I had missed out on so much. I started to change my ways. I started to focus on what truly mattered to me. I took up gardening, and I found solace in watching plants grow. I started to explore the world around me, to appreciate the simple things. I started to reconnect with people, to form real relationships that weren't based on superficiality. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of tears, but I slowly started to find my footing. I started to see life for what it truly was, a precious gift, a brief moment in the grand tapestry of time. And I realized that I had wasted too much of it. I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger self what I know now. I wish I could tell him to slow down, to take a deep breath, to appreciate the beauty in the world around him. I wish I could tell him to stop chasing the American dream and to start living for himself. But I can't go back in time. All I can do is pass on my wisdom to you, to anyone who will listen. I want to tell you that life is short and it's precious. Don't waste it on things that don't matter. Don't spend your days chasing after things that will leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled. Be bold, be fearless, be willing to take risks. Be willing to change your ways, to pivot, and to grow. Life is a journey, not a destination. And the journey is worth more than the destination. If you're 20 years old and you're reading this, please listen to me. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Don't get caught up in the cycle of consumerism, of keeping up appearances. Don't let the world define what's acceptable for you. You do you, and let the world deal with it. If you're 30, 40, 50, or 60, and you're reading this, please take a hard look at your life. Ask yourself if you're still living the life you truly want. If not, now is the time to make a change. Now is the time to take control of your life, your passions, and your dreams. To anyone who has read this far, I want to leave you with one final thought. Life is precious, and it's fleeting. Make the most of it. Don't waste it on things that don't matter. You are the only one who can live your life to the fullest, and I implore you to do just that. If this reached your heart, please subscribe. I still have things to say. /prosody /mstts express as /voice /speak